specifically from GBS Malta. GBS Malta is one of the best institution in Malta, provide various range of bachelor's and master programs. So here we have Shubham. Shubham basically take care all the admission related process for India itself. Specifically from GBS Malta. GBS Malta is one of the best institution in Malta, provide various range of bachelor's and master programs. So here we have Shubham. Shubham basically take care all the admission related process for Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hi Aditya.
Yeah, I think there was some technical glitch. Am I audible right now?
You're audible right now.
Yeah. Hello.
I think your voice is getting echo.
Yeah, hi Aditya. Yeah, I think there was some technical glitch. Am I audible right now? लाइव चले गए थे अपने में तो अपन वापस से करें क्या नहीं कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं एक बता आपने से जूम के ऐप पे लॉगिन किया हुआ है क्या हाँ और तो कहीं नहीं आ रहा हेलो
Yeah,
able to hear us
yeah, I'm able to hear you.
okay I think there is some issue because we are able to hear us again and again. Let's see if it is working right now properly. Browser तो नहीं खोला था आपने सिर्फ ऐप में लॉगिन किया था Shum, can you speak something?
Yeah, hi. Good evening. I can hear you guys.
Yeah. So वापस से start करो. Sorry for that. Yeah. Sorry guys for the interruption. There was some technical glitch was there. Now the thing problem was resolved itself. So I was told you about Malta. Malta is one of the best country in Europe where we have lots of employment opportunity, lots of career prospects. So today we have specifically Shubham from University GBS Malta. GBS Malta, as I told you, provide lots of courses for bachelor's and masters, and one of the best institution in Malta itself. So today we have Shubham. Shubham, like here, Shubham will guide us for the overall process and also provide you the various like resolution of your problems, and whatever query you have, you can ask directly ask to Shubham on in the chat box itself. We are here to resolve all your queries for the day. So now I would like to call Shubham. Yeah. So Shubham, generally my students ask me about Malta, and their first question is why they choose Malta. Instead, we have lots of other European countries also that comes under Schengen region. That what will be the reason behind that why they choose specifically Malta?
Yeah, hi, good evening, Aditya. First of all, warm welcome to all of the attendees. Thank you for joining the session. This session is all about studying in Malta, and we're looking forward to answer all your queries, right? I'll quickly like to share all my screen and would like to take it slide by slide. So I think we will cover all the queries and everything which students have in their mind, right? I'll just quickly share screen. Just please confirm if you can see my screen. Are you able to see my screen? The PPT?
Yes, now it is visible.
Yeah, great. Yes, a second. So I'll just walk you through about our organization, what we do, and everything. So GBS Malta is an organization under the GEDU Global. It's GEDU Global Education, which is registered in India, right? We are providing higher education in Malta. Our vision is to change lives of the students of the individual through education. That's our vision, and our mission to educate more and more students and contribute in their professional life. If we talk about Malta, the question is very simple. The why we should choose Malta as a destination uh, to study higher education. I'll just give you the overlook about the Malta. Malta is an European country. It's a proper English country, right? It's a small island just close to the Italy. So definitely it will be the part of Schengen visa, right?
Mhm.
Also, it's if I would talk about the Malta is known for their higher employment rates, right? Also, it is the first country who have regularized blockchain and online gaming industries. So it's definitely you can see a boost of career in financial services and in online gaming also. The weather is a Mediterranean, which is very suitable to the Indian students, so that won't be a problem. They have two official language, Maltese and English. So the student will be completing their degree in English from the English speaking country. So if they have any plans to further study in other countries, so they'll get some exemptions, right? If we talk about GBS Malta, so GBS Malta is our own campus, right? And in partnership with the Balspa University. Yeah, you were saying something, Aditya.
Yeah, but actually, I want to say that your screen is almost white.
Just a second. I'll try to share it again. Can you see right now?
Yes, right now it is
Yeah.
visible.
So I'll again highlight the points. Why should we study in Malta?
Mhm.
So number one, Malta is an island close to Italy and all, right? So it's fall under the Schengen visa. And if you talk, Malta is a country where employment rates are quite high. Employment
Okay.
rate in the sense they have 97.1% of employment rate. Most of the employers are licensed employer who can grant you a work visa, and later on you can look forward to get settled in that country, right?
Mhm.
Also, it's the first country who legalize online gaming industries. So you'll able to see more financial services and company related to financial services, online gaming jobs available there, right? The weather is a Mediterranean, so students from in particularly from India or South Asia, they won't be facing any problems over there. Uh, they have official language, quoted English as a quoted one of the official language. They have two official language, Maltese and English. So English is one of the official language. So student will be completing their degree in English language country. So GBS Malta is something what we have introduced in the market, right? So in partner, so GBS Malta is our own product, is own campus what we have in Malta, which is located in St. Julian's. And in partnership with the Balspa University, which is a British university, we are running the programs, right? For
Okay.
students who want to seek undergrad, postgrad study in Malta. So that means student will be studying in our GBS Malta campus and student will get a degree from Balspa University, UK.
Okay.
So that's an English speaking country. That degree is internationally recognized, and definitely, if we can consider the value of English degree, it's definitely on a higher scale. After completion of a degree program, student will get 9 months of post-study work visa. It will be again a Schengen visa. Also, we are offering a programs on a lower cost of tuition fees, right?
Okay.
That's one key selling point for us, right? Also, student will be eligible for get qualified study scheme if they are going to study with us, right? I would like to elaborate that particular point along with the tuition fees and course that we are offering. Okay, the one more highlighting point by studying in Malta is that student will get free public transport. So no matter what part of Malta they are staying, they will be eligible for free public transport. So we'll be
Without
have
any
very pardon.
Without any condition, they'll be getting free public transport.
Yeah, that has been announced already. That has been the guidelines of the visa, but it's only for the students,
Students only.
right? So we have three intakes: February, October, and April. As I mentioned, English is one of the official language. So the key point, what we're taking from here, as in studying at the GBS Malta student, we are offering a lower courses with a lower tuition fees. We are offering a British degree, uh, and Malta is again highest employment rate, right? And also student will be eligible to get advantage of get qualified scheme, which I'll elaborate later, right?
Okay. And what about minimum wages in part-time jobs and all?
Definitely student can work part-time 20 hours per week. If you can consider, student will get 8 to 10 or more, or 8 to 10 or 12 euros per hour.
Per hour.
So on if I consider on minimum 8 euros per hour, so student can earn about 160 euros per week, right?
Okay. So
So
student can
yes,
easily manage their living expenses from the part.
definitely. Also in our GBS Malta campus, we do have academic supports available for the students where we will be helping student to get the part-time jobs. We'll be trying to student get a part-time job within the campus itself, right? Also we'll be providing that academic support to students where student face any issues with the studies and everything. Will be our academic team will be there to help to support them, right?
Great.
This is a little calculation what we have done on the cost of living. If we talk about a private apartments, if you want to private bedroom, you want to opt for 650 to 700 euros per month. If you're going for sharing, it's 500 per month. Mobile subscription 25 euros per month. Average cost of living is 1200 euros per month. Minimum wages, you can say 180, close to 180 per week. Average salary is close around 1500 to 2000 euros per month, right? So these are this just on an average calculation what we have came across, right?
Yeah.
I like to walk you through campus of ours. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, your screen is visible. I have some of the questions asked.
Aditya, we will take all the question Q&A session at the end so that we will answer one by one, right?
Okay, definitely. No issue.
So this is the a little bit glimpse of our campus,
Hmm.
which is located at St. Julian's. So please go through the video.
I think there is no audio and video.
Did you able to see my screen?
Yeah, screen is visible, but audio is not there.
Uh, no problem. Student can look for a campus tour on the Google. Just type the GBS Malta. You will see our campus tour on the Google YouTube itself, right?
Okay.
So again, the question: why should we choose GBS Malta to pursue higher education? So as I mentioned, our campus is located in St. Junians. And our campus is well versed with all the facilities, including the classroom, computer labs, libraries, cafeterias, workshops, and everything. All the key features what we have is included in that. We are offering Bajpa University degree in RGB's Malta campus. The curriculum is similar to this to the UK campus itself. The lecturers are experienced lecturer, and they are itself from the UK itself, right? We are also helping student for a career advice, entrepreneurship, networking, right? So that student can look for the uh, piercing option, right?
Okay.
Peer learning options. Also, we have flexible study options. All the lectures have industry experience on from UK itself. We have very simplified learning. The batch size is very limited, close to 25 to 30 students. So personal attention will be to all the students are given. Uh, we'll be working on a free career development. Also, student can come connect with the alumni, so they can look for after completion of their degree program, they'll look for a better career ahead.
Can you explain a bit about
So we are,
flexible study options?
pardon,
Flexible study options.
flexible study and options in as a sense the study pattern is same like students studying in UK. So we have 3 to 4 days of classes in a week. Classes timings maximum is 4 to 5 hours. Student will be occupied with their classroom studies along with assignments, workshops. So that is the flexibility what we are offering.
Okay.
So if we'll see the study is similar like the student is studying in UK, there is no
Mhm.
changes in that, right? Should we go ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can use.
So these are the 4 courses we are offering in our GBS Malta campus, and the awarding degree is from Bajpa University. The first program is B Honors Business Management. This is an undergrad program. It's a full-time 3-year program. And all the programs are classroom programs. There are no online studies, classroom studies, right? So B Honors Business Management is a 3-year full-time degree program. The tuition fees per year is a 6,000 euros, right? The entry criteria to get the admit for B Honors Business Management is that student need to have 60% from their class 12 standard, right?
Okay.
And we need IELTS of 6.5, 6 overall with no band less than 5.5. We do accept other English language testing system like Duolingo, PT. So we accept Duolingo also. The score we required is a 95 overall with no band less than 85. PT, for PT, we need overall 51 with no band less than 51, right? And we do accept 3 years of gap for B Honors Business Management, provided this gap should be justified one, and it should be justified through CV. The second program, what we have is a MA Business Management program. The key highlight about this particular program is that those students who want to pursue their career into the management field or a business field, this is a perfect gateway program for them to introduce themselves into a business field, right? Student from any background can apply to this particular program. Student from arts, science, engineering background can apply to this program and build and look forward to their career in the business field. This is a 1-year full-time program. The fees for this particular program is 7,000 euros. The criteria to get the admit for this particular program. So number one, academic, we need minimum 55% from the bachelor degree, irrespective of the universities, whether it's a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, we need minimum 55%, right? There is no issue with the backlog. We just need a 55% of degree. IELTS, we need 6 with 5.5,
Mhm.
and Duolingo 95 with no band less than 85, and PT with over 51 overall with no band less than 51, right? So this is a definitely perfect blend of the program for students who want to kickstart their career in the business field, right? The third program we are offering is MA brand marketing and brand management. Uh, there is a slight difference in this particular program from MA business and management, right? This particular program is more focusing towards marketing skills. The student, definitely student from a different background also can apply, along with the student from having their bachelor relevant degree in the marketing related field or business related field, they also can apply. But students who coming from a other background, non-business background like arts, engineering, right? they need to show minimum 6 months of marketing related experience to get admitted in this particular program, right? So that they can have a understanding of the modules which students are going to study in this particular program, right? So that they won't face any problems. And also, if the student is coming from a non-business background, so we are asking at least of 6 months of experience for this particular program. Again, it's a 1 year full-time program. Fees is similar, 7,000 euros. We need to get admit, we need minimum 55%. IELTS is 6 with no band less than 5.5. Duolingo 95 with no band less than 85. The final program we are offering is MBA in leadership. This is again MBA degree what we're offering for the Bajpai University. It's a 1 year full-time program. Fees is 8,000 euros, right? We need minimum 55% in bachelor's. IELTS requirement is slightly high as compared to other three programs, which is 6.5 overall with no band less than 5.5. We Duolingo we accept 105 overall with no band less than 95. But here the key point is we are asking for 2 years of work experience from the students who are applying to the MBA program. And this 2 year work experience should be at a manager level where student can show off their management skills, right? So the 2 years of work experience mandatory to apply for MBA, right?
Okay.
If we talk about the gap, we do accept 3 years of gap for undergrad program, and we accept 8 years of gap in postgrad programs, provided it should be justified one, and it should be well justified through your CV.
Okay. Do student have any option that student can take transfer from Malta to Bajpai University campus in UK itself?
Definitely that can be possible, but that is possible only in case of undergrad program.
Okay.
So student can continue for 2 years in our Bajpai campus, sorry, for continue for B Honors Business Management program in our Malta campus, and student can get transfer to third year to Bajpai University UK campus, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
provision is there, but only for undergrad program, because rest of the other programs are only of 1 year.
Okay.
Right. Should we go ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have 3 intakes in a year: February, April, and October. The current, the upcoming intake is an October intake, right? I would like to give you an idea about the. So we have the upcoming it is October intake. February and April. The documents we require for the applications are very simple. We need a passport, we need qualification certificates and transcript, right? If student is applying for undergrad program, we need 10th and 12th mark sheet of the student. If the student is applying for a postgrad, we need 10, 12 plus bachelor's certificates and transcript. If students again have a double masters in case of master mark sheets. We also require English language test, right? We need SOP close to 400 words, should not be a plagiarized. We need CV also if student is having a gap. Student can apply for a conditional offer letter if student is not having IELTS at the moment. So we can proceed with the conditional offer letters. But yeah, to get unconditional offer letter, English language test is mandatory. The turnaround time for the offer letter is 3 working days if all the documents are in place, right? So you can expect the outcome for the offer letter uh, within 48 to 72 hours, right?
How much deposit a student need to pay in order to get secure confirm offer letter?
So if the student received unconditional offer letter, we are minimum student need to pay 50% deposits to confirm their seats. They can pay a full fees also, no problem, because our tuition fees are less, so student can even pay the complete tuition fees. What I have
Is there
seen,
any fee relaxation if a student opt for full fee payment initially?
no. Earlier, we are offering degree programs with a low fee.
Okay.
Us to offer any fees. So again, see, just mentioned earlier, undergrad and 2 need IELTS 6515, PT 51 with 51, Duolingo 95. We do accept TOEFL, so For MBA, IELTS requirement is 6.5 with no band less than 5.5, PT 58 overall with no band less than 51, Duolingo 105 with no band less than 95. We have very simple admission process. Submit an application to us. The tag time for the outcome of the application is 48 to 72 hours. Offer can be conditional, unconditional, depends on the documents you provide. If the document is conditional, you have to provide the rest of the documents to make it unconditional. And then you can pay your tuition fees to confirm your seat. After that, you'll get a visa supporting letter from GBS Malta, and then we can process for the your student visa.
Okay.
Right. So these are the visa documents what we have required. So visa support letter from GBS Malta, which you will receive from our team once you pay that you confirm your seat for study. Visa fees is 150 euros. Application form plus photo, passport, flight tickets. Make sure I would like to highlight the flight ticket should be a blocked one. It should
Okay.
not be a paid one that you can. The block tickets you can get from any travel agent. We need the bank state. We also need the financial documents, proof of having sufficient financial means. Proof of accommodation is mandatory to file a visa in Malta, minimum 3 months. You need to have a 30,000 euro medical insurance cover, right?
Okay.
Right?
How many how many months of health insurance required initially at the time of filing visa?
No, it's 30,000 euros for a year, complete year.
Okay, for 1 year.
Till the time you are in Malta. So is for that. It's not just for a 1 month, 2 months. It's till the time you are in Malta, medical insurance is covered up, right? Which so medical and travel insurance both is covered up in that,
Okay.
right? So approved list of travel insurance companies of the consular post of Schengen visa available on the VFS website. The financial document which you need to show is tuition fees plus living expenses. You have to show. It should be 3 months old. If you're showing in your savings or in FDs, it should be 3 months old. Uh, if you're booking the accommodation, in that case, you have to show living expenses of 6,570 euros. If you're not booking any accommodations, then the living expenses on a higher side, which will be 12,775 euros. For example, if I'm a student, I have paid my 50% tuition fees, 50% is unpaid, and I'm booking the accommodation. So I need to show my remaining unpaid tuition fees plus 6,570 euros. If I'm not booking any accommodation, then 3,500 euros plus 12,775 euros. So it's always advisable for the student to book 3 months of accommodation, right? So that their show money will be on a lesser side.
Okay. Do university provide any sort of accommodation facility also?
Yes, I'll be covering that point. So if I talk about the insurance, these are the factors will be medical and travel insurance is covered in that. Travel insurance like missed departure, delayed departure, baggage delay, curtailment, theft, emergency medical expenses, personal liability, loss of baggage, all everything is covered in that travel insurance. So with the GBS Malta, we do provide accommodation options for the students. We have a different set of the accommodations like en suites, we have shared apartments, and then we have a host with the family options also available. So if you can see on the screen on the left hand side is a twin en suite, right? The accommodation are well equipped with cafeterias, uh, lounge sections, pools, and everything, right? So on the left side, it's a twin sharing en suite, right? Two people sharing, uh, two people sharing a room accommodated with a washroom. On the right side is a single en suite, right? It's a single person room with attached washroom.
Hmm.
Second option what we have is a shared apartment. So these are the fully furnished apartments shared by 4 to 5 people together. Lounge lounge section and kitchen is common for everyone, right? The third options is host with the family. So you can stay as a paying guest with the family in Malta, right? So that you won't face any. Just give me a second. There is some. I'm so sorry. There is some network issue.
Friends, I would like to convey you can type your queries in the chat box. Definitely, Shubham will take care all the queries of yours at the end of the session.
So the third option for the accommodation we have is a host family, student. Um, it's obvious for the students who are traveling away from their home country. They feel sometimes homesickness. So for them, host family option is also available where they're staying with the local people, right? As a paying guest, right?
Great.
So yeah, that's it from my end.
Yeah. So,
So
such a
we can
nice.
request all of the students who are watching this session, they can type their all questions and queries in the chat box. We'll be happy to answer all your queries and looking forward to give you all sort of answers.
Yeah. See, I have so many queries already posted in the chat box.
We'll go one by one.
Yeah. So first one is Kamaljeet Singh. He's want to inquire about the difference between acceptance letter and offer letter.
Okay. Yeah, hi Kamaljit. Good evening. So acceptance letter and offer letter is one and the same thing, right? Is one and the same thing. Once you get that offer letter means you are accepted for that particular program. It can be conditional and unconditional, right? Conditional means, for example, you have you are eligible to apply for that program. The as per the entry requirement which I mentioned, you're eligible, but you have not given any English language tests yet, and you applied. You'll get an offer, but it will be conditional basis on the basis of English language test. If you fulfill that condition, your offer will be turned from conditional to unconditional, right? That means you got formally accepted. Unconditional means you got completely accepted. That's the small difference between that.
Okay. Next one is from Karan Raj Soni. He wants to ask the maximum acceptable gap after graduation for masters.
Okay, Karan, right? Yeah, hi, Karan. So we are accepting 8 years of gap for a postgrad program after the completion of your last qualification, but it should be justified one, right? For example, you passed on in 2017 or 2016 and it's 2023, so we can consider 6 years of gap, right? So either you're working on anything, so it should be justified one, right?
Next one is one of our student wants to ask about job opportunities after completing their masters provided by the GBS Malta itself.
Okay. So we do have academic staff available. We do help for academic and we do offer jobs fair for the students, right? So it's we do opportunities for the student to get the job outside the uh, in the Malta itself. But as I mentioned earlier, Malta is known for their higher employment rates. The industries like hospitality, financial services, project, and then they have blockchain industries also, marketing agencies. They are lot many jobs are full-time jobs are available, and most of the employers are licensed employer. So student can easily look for full-time jobs in the Malta. Definitely, GBS Malta will be assisting student, but we won't be guaranteeing any full-time 100% guarantee jobs from our side. So that is there, but definitely assistance will be there, and student can within 2 months, student will get a full-time job within the Malta itself.
Okay. Next one like wants to ask about get qualified scheme.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. We have missed that. Give me a second. Yeah, thank you, Aditya, for reminding me. We missed out very important point. I've just carried away with the presentation, right? Okay. So I hope you can see my screen again.
Yes, your screen is
Okay.
visible.
So I'll explain you, Thari, the Get Qualified scheme, how the scheme will help individual student, right? So once you student, irrespective of any of the four programs, student after completing of their batch, the degree program with in GBS Malta, as I
Hmm.
mentioned, full time, lot of full time jobs in Malta. Student can easily get that. Once they start working on the full time in Malta itself, they are liable to pay taxes to Malta government, right? So when they'll file their taxes, they will be quoting their earning also. Along with that, they can quote their per year tuition fees, right?
That
Means for
previously was paid in university itself.
which they have paid for complete 1 year. That means for postgrad program 7,000, 8,000 euros, and for undergrad program total 18,000 euros. They can right? And with the help of Get Qualified scheme, student will get 30% refund of their 1 year tuition fees. Means the student is going for MA Business Management program, student will get 2,100 euros return tax returns when they'll be starting working full time in Malta itself. So
Okay.
that is an advantage. Somebody is asking, we do have any free relaxation? So this is indirect free relaxation for you, right? So ultimately, your tuition fees will lower down to 4,900 euros for a master program, right? So that is a key advantage of Get Qualified scheme. But there is one key point that student need to work in Malta only. As I mentioned, the post-study work visa of 9 months and in Schengen visa. So you can look for a job opportunities in Italy, France, and other things. But if you are working in Italy, and then you won't be eligible to get help of Get Qualified scheme. So student need to work in Malta only, right? So that is the advantage of Get Qualified scheme. So in case of undergrad, student will get 5,400 euros as a tax return.
Okay.
So their tuition fees is
For a
around
duration
10,000,
of 3 years or for a duration of 1 year?
For undergrad, you can file for per year, right? As I mentioned, per year for tuition to student will get 30% return. So undergrad program is of 3 years. So per year student will get 1,800. But as I mentioned, student is filing these taxes after passing of the degree. So student will be paying already paid the degree, already paid the tuition fees for undergrad, na? So for
Okay.
we'll be showing the tuition fees of 18,000 euros while declaring our taxes,
Okay.
right? So that is a big advantage for students under the Get Qualified scheme. But student for get to qualify the Get Qualified scheme, IELTS or English language test is mandatory. Without that, you won't be qualify for Get Qualified scheme,
Okay.
right?
One of the student wants to know that this get qualified under this get qualified scheme, they are mentioned on GBS Malta website that student will get back 70% of the tuition fee.
No, student will get 30%.
Okay, 30%.
30%. That's as per the embassy.
Okay.
Student get 30%.
Next one is backlogs accepted for masters in Malta?
Yes, we do accept the backlogs. As I mentioned, 8 years of gap we are accepting. It can be a gap between studies. It can be a professional gap. We do accept. No problem with that. Provided student need to have required score to get the admit. Like for postgrad, need to have a 55% degree. If you have a backlogs, no problem.
Okay. See, if any student do not have any English proficiency, so definitely he will not be going to enroll in get qualified scheme. So even that also student eligible for bachelor's or master's in GBS
No. So
on the
we are
basis of
offering a
MOI.
no. We are offering a degree partner with the BATSPA, which is a British degree. So IELTS is mandatory for us. So if you're applying through uh, for our programs, definitely you are automatically qualified for Get Qualified scheme because IELTS or English language test is mandatory for us. We are not offering any admissions on the basis of MOI or IELTS waiver.
Okay. See, most of the students wants to inquire about or wants to ask about the visa success ratio for Malta because visa success ratio is one of the key thing while apply for any study visa or any sort of
Definitely,
visa.
Aditya. As we have seen, we have got uh, 98% of visa rejection. Sorry, visa acceptance. I'm so sorry. Visa acceptance for us, right? 2% of student got visa rejected because of the incomplete set of documents they provided to VFS, right? But we'll make sure all your documents are in place with all the set of documents, and Meridian Overseas will take care of that. So they have already have experienced team of there. So there won't be any things. So don't worry with that. You have a proper proper VFS, proper visa acceptance, right? And it will be rolled out through EFS. There are no interviews at the moment, but in case there will be interview, we'll be preparing student also. Whether they are interviewed or not, we'll still preparing a student for the interview, right? So we can expect good visa acceptance.
Do we have any idea about our previous year this employment ratio in for GBS Malta?
Okay. So we had close to 95% of our employment rate for us, right? Most of the students um, have enrolled with the hospitality industries, financial services, right?
Mhm.
Because last intake was our first batch, and students what we have, most of them got the jobs, and few of the students have proceeded forward for the higher studies in different countries again. So yeah, definitely we can see good job perspective for students.
See, do we require income tax return also for the visa application for Malta, or any
uh,
sort of employment proof will be provided? For
I just want to clarify this question. If student is already working, so definitely he'll be applying for postgrad program. So in that case, ITR is not mandatory if you have ITR. As I mentioned, sponsor can be your parents and you. Only these sponsor we are accepting. So if your parents are sponsoring to you, if they have ITR, well and good. If they don't have, still we can find a way. So there is no mandatory requirement of the ITRs.
so
But
in
the
case
fundings which we are
ITR is
asking
not,
for, it should be
yeah, in case
still
if
you can file a
ITR
visa,
is
no
not
problem.
there, what kind of supporting document we can submit?
As I mentioned, we need the sponsor can be students, parents, and student. So if we need to show if student paid a full fees, so we need to show 6,570 euros, right? Only for a living expenses. If those
Mhm.
particular amount of money, which is equivalent to 6 lakh, is already in student's father's account, so we just need a 3 months, and it should be 3 months old, and we just need a 3 months bank statement. That's it.
Okay,
We
so
don't need
there
any
will be no
ITRs
any
and
need of employment proof or any income
no,
proof.
no, 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 no. We don't need any source of money also. It should
Okay,
be in your account for 3 months minimum.
okay,
But mark my word, sponsor can be student parents and student only. Real brother, sister, uncle, aunt can't be the sponsorer.
okay. See, if we apply for study visa, so each and every country have their own way to legalize the documents.
Yes.
Let's say, for example, for Italy, we requires HRD first, then we need to proceed further for MEA apostille. For Germany, we do comply with the this new APS requirement. So, do
Yes.
we have such kind of requirements in Malta
Uh,
also?
Aditya, that's the beauty of thing. We are offering a degree with a Bachmann Institute, which is a British degree. The would say evaluation of the document is as per the UK only. So we don't need any notarized or illegalized document. We just need an original. We need scan copies of the documents
Okay.
only,
Even
right?
for visa also, we do not
Visa we need to carry originals,
carry
only
on.
original. It should not be a tested copy and everything. We just need to carry original. All single documents should be original,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So yeah,
Next one is uh, how many campus does GBS have?
we have just one campus that's based in St. Julian's. If you're talking about GBS, we have other campuses also in other countries, but in
Mhm.
Malta we have only one campus that's in St. Julian's.
Okay. So, do we have a PSW option even after bachelor's in Malta?
Yes, definitely. So the 9 months of post-study work visa is applicable for undergrad, postgrad study both.
Okay, great. Uh, Yeah, one of my student wants to ask that if visa rejects in any of the case, then what will be the procedure for deposit, refund of deposit?
First thing first, I would like to highlight that we will be taking care of, like definitely Meridian Overseas will be taking care of your financial documents and everything as per the guidelines of the VFS, right? So we will make sure there will not be any percentage of error for the visa rejection, right? So in case of visa rejection, definitely visa fees won't be refunded. Tuition fees uh, will get refunded, but there will be some deductions in that.
Okay. Do we have any rough idea about deductions?
It can be 10 to 15%.
Okay.
Because we have to provide all these documents. We have to get this a visa approval letter and everything from the embassy and everything. So we have to pay for that. So that particular
But
administration fees will be deducted. It is happens
Mhm.
everywhere. Like every country, there will be if you're getting refunded the tuition fees on the grounds of visa rejection or on the grounds of genuine reasons, right? So definitely there will be some deductions. It happens across all the countries.
But as of you conveyed, I don't think so. The student will be having any sort of rejection because Malta is very flexible in order to
Yes, as I
provide.
mentioned, yes. So I would like to highlight this point to all of students, right? Visa rejection, it's very minimum in Malta, all right? But to avoid that particular set of the problems, Meridian Overseas will take care of everything. They will not, they will give you all the things. They will prepare your case such like that there won't be any chance of visa rejection. Whether it may be financial documents, they'll understand your financials very properly. They will make your documents as per the requirement of the VFS. Everything will not left any things unturned, right? So will not keep any chances of getting visa rejected, right?
Definitely, definitely. We will go
So
like we
don't
both
worry,
will work on
Meridian.
that.
You are in a good hands. Meridian Overseas and team of Arita will take care of things. They will not even file your visa if they are unsure about any single document. So
Definitely. Mhm.
you are already in good hands.
Thank you. Yeah. So is PCC mandatory or required for Malta process,
No,
like
police
the
verification
visa
is not
process?
mandatory. No. So you can see my screen. These are the visa documents we required. There is no police verification we need.
Okay. Yeah, this like I think this one is good question. Like one of my student Tanmay Khare wants to ask, what are the major things to be keep in mind to avoid visa rejections?
Okay. Tanmay, good evening. So basically, when you, as I mentioned, Arita team is well versed with all the guidelines and everything, right? So they will prepare you everything. So number one, once you get an visa approval letter from a GBS Malta, visa supporting letter, you need to work on the finances only, right? For example, if you can see visa fees, 150 euros that you'll be paying, application form that you need to fill, that will your team will be filling online, photo need, passport you already have, flight tickets. So flight tickets, we need a block flight tickets. Block flight tickets means you have blocked your seats, but you're not paid. That you can get from your travel agent, right? Bank statement that will be available with your savings account, right? So you can use your savings account, your father some other savings account. You can use FDs. You can take the education loan also, right? So we need an education loan sanction letter. Proof of accommodation, that means you need to book 3 months of accommodations, so you'll be having the invoices for that already, the confirmation from the accommodation that you have paid, you have booked the 3 months of accommodations, you already having the proof of that. That's it. Other than that, there is no documents we need. Also, team will be preparing you for the visa interviews. At the moment there are no interviews, but we'll be preparing for all the possibilities, right? So we'll be preparing for the interviews also. Sort of the questions like why you want, which program you want to study, which you're going to study, where you're going to study, right? You should aware about the modules, what are your future plans and everything, right? Just please avoid couple of, so a team from Meridian Overseas team will also train you on that. So all these factors will be taken care before you enter into the VFS. Starting from your filling your application form, getting the visa dates, everything will be taken care from Aditya's team. So uh, there won't be, as I mentioned earlier, there won't be not a single stone unturned.
Tanmay wants to ask again a new question, that is, what about the visa slot condition as of now for Malta?
So earlier there was Malta have changed their visa process. They are now tied up with the VFS. So students are getting the slots, VFS dates. The dates are available in Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Nepal, right? So dates are there. Dates are available for the visas.
Okay.
Because
See,
earlier there was a process of like clearing documents to the Malta, and that was a very tedious process. But now the complete process is shift to VFS. So everything is through VFS. You will get the appointments, biometrics. You'll get your visa outcome within 2 weeks.
okay. Next one is from Nisha Ganga. She wants to ask if anyhow someone, like if some student fails to get minimum credit for any subject in his semester or her semester, then he or she is eligible to proceed further for next semester, or he wants to clear that particular exam first.
So we don't have a kind of a semester pattern. We have completed 1 year pattern. So all the modules, 8 modules you're studying in 1 year, right? So in case if you're not number one, we have academic support. So if you're facing any issues with studying certain modules and everything, we will be providing you the support to have an understanding of those modules and get a hold on that, right? We'll consider worst case scenario if you're not able to, if you got a KT in one of the uh, subjects, definitely you can reappear for that, right? So it's a complete 1 year program. It's not a semester wise.
Okay. So if a student fails to secure minimum credits, he will be definitely enrolled for further courses or further subjects itself.
So that's happening. So that particularly this particular question is mainly bothered is applicable to undergrad studies, right? Because there are 3 years, right? A student is supposed to fail, supposed not to clear one module, which is mandatory to get into the admit second year. Student need to clear that, right? But we will be providing that academic support to student that student can hold can uh, can hold that on that particular subjects, and they can easily clear the subjects, right? But all the modules, all the subjects will be taught to the students from the scratch, right? So even though they don't have any idea about the modules they're going to start, so all the modules will be taught to them from the scratch. So that's the benefit of that.
Great. See, for any, like if in any special case, if someone not able to secure 55% marks in his or her previous studies, then also is there any sort of thing, yeah, any way that a student can enroll for bachelor's or Malta, bachelor's or in master in GBS Malta?
uh,
Like
so
if a
Aditya,
student secure
Bajpa,
50% of marks.
yeah, Bajpa University is very, very strict about their admission process. So we need minimum bachelor's percent. If a student is looking for undergrad degree, we need minimum 65. 64, it's got will get rejection. So we need minimum 65 for undergrad, minimum 55 for postgrad, because they are very particular about their admission process. So that's a strict advice from Bajpa University academic team.
Okay.
We do accepting gaps, we do accepting backlogs, but academic, we need to fulfill those criteria.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Great. So that's all students. Yeah, still. One more question. In how many times student will get his original degree from the university once student completed his either bachelor's or master's?
Sorry, will be within the 5 months. There'll be vacation. I hope you can hear me.
Y-
Audible.
Yes, now you are audible.
Within the 5 months, there will be convocation.
Okay, within the 5 months.
Yeah, yeah. But as I mentioned, our batch size limited, right? So we'll be trying to have the convocations close to 3 months, within 3 months.
Okay. Uh, one of the student wants to ask, I want to apply for MBA program this year, and
Yes.
I am a BBA graduate in 2022 with 70% of marks. I have IELTS 6.5 overall band. What are the first step I need to take to apply for this year in October intake?
Yeah. So first thing first, to get an MBA, we need a managerial experience of 2 years. So may I know particular student is having an experience of 2 years at a manager level?
Student graduate in 2022.
So the best particular program for the student will be MA Business and Management.
Okay.
As per my experience, MA Business and Management will be the perfect fitted program for student, because we do have in that. If we go through the models, we have marketing models in that, we have accounts and finance models in that, we have uh, operations and human resource models in that. So that will be the perfect fitted program for that particular students. And having an IELTS is perfect to get an admit. Make sure minimum bar should be 5.5, and student can apply. He will get offer letter within 2 days. Unconditional offer letter within 2 days.
Okay.
But the MA, rather than going for MBA, the best program will be MA Business and Management.
Do we provide any sort of online programs also?
No, we have all full-time classroom programs.
Yeah. So, Shubham, I would like to thank you for such a nice session. You very well take care all the queries of the students. Whatever student wants to ask, wants to inquire about the process, university, visa, you very well answer all these queries. I would like to thank you for the session itself.
Aditya, thank you for inviting me for the event, and we are looking forward to have a great association with you. And definitely, all the requests to my all the students are, you are already in good hands, and definitely we are happy to welcome you with our campus, uh, uh, and all the support you need. Aditya will be first point of contact for you, right? In case you want to have a discussion, everything, you can reach out to me, right? Uh, just want to have a share a couple of key points with you. October intake, the deadline for to make a deposit for October intake is 30th of June. We have 14 days in hand. If those students who really want to apply, we can speed up the process, fast track the process, and we can get them offers on priority, right? So those who want to apply for October intake, 30th of June is the payment deadline, right? And the start time for the offer letter is uh, 48 to 72 hours. I'll try to fast track it again for you guys. And I would request you to if those students who don't have English language test, appear for Duolingo, because if you're planning for October and 30th of June is deadline, it's very difficult to get an IELTS date. So my suggestion will be apply for the Duolingo so that you will get the results within 2 working days. And again, the fees for Duolingo is on a lesser side as compared to the IELTS. So Duolingo is the best savior for you, right? So we will be happy to uh, assess your application and offer you a place to study with a via program in our GBS Malta campus, right?
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Aditya and the team Meridian Overseas. We're looking forward to the great association.
Thank you. Thank you, Shubham.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I leave the call?